Welcome to the show, BAM BIZ TALK. We have a very special guest today and a very special episode for all you entrepreneurs out there in Midland, because we are introducing a collaboration between BAM Consulting and Anzwers Marketing.
Yes.
Miss Lauren Howard.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. You know, it's a Friday. It's not that that means anything anymore, right? But
it depends how much work you have to do on the weekend.
Which is usually just rolling right into Monday,
Yep.
right? But It's all good because we do what we love and we're having fun.
Absolutely.
And we're helping entrepreneurs of Midland. And that's why we're here today, right?
Yes.
Because we're here to help the small business owners and entrepreneurs in Midland.
Yes.
And we want to do that through what we do best, right?
Yeah.
So it's marketing, it's branding, it's all the things you need to get your work into your business, get your clients.
Yep.
You know, so we can help you with all of that. And this collaboration that we have now is geared towards supporting local. And
yes.
I think that's going to be the theme of our talk today.
Yeah.
You know, support local.
Yeah.
It's all about local.
The BAM BIZ TALK podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Pachuco's Restaurant. Craving authentic and eclectic cuisine in Midland? Well, Pachuco's has you covered. Located in downtown Midland at the ever so legendary and iconic historic building at 316 North Big Spring Street, Pachuco's blends rich and unique flavors in a conveniently pleasant and vibrant atmosphere. Enjoy the highest quality barbecue, savory tacos, burgers, and a variety of other mouth-watering dishes that reflect the spirit of a true Pachuco cuisine. Real, authentic, and just plain different. Check out their menu at www.pachucos432.com or call 432-218-8806 to inquire, or better yet, just show up and get your shine on at Pachuco's, where heritage, exquisite taste, and hospitality come together for an unforgettable dining experience. Pachuco's, Midland, Texas. Entrepreneurs and small business owners, are you searching for ways of taking your business to the next level? BAM is your answer. We specialize in crafting high-performance marketing strategies that put your brand front and center right in the palm of your customers' hands. Not only can we create a premium website full of features that optimize your social media and digital marketing presence, but we ensure that your brand gets multiple views from your target audience and even those visiting your competition. BAM is your go-to solution in the Permian Basin. But we're not just about digital and social media marketing. We're a one-stop shop offering a spectrum of services, including business mentorship, strategic planning, market research, and access to capital. That's right. We can get you funding to expand your business. With BAM, you're not just getting a service. You're gaining a partner committed to your growth for the life of your business. Our team of experts in small business development will be with you every step of the way, offering the guidance, support, and services you need. So why wait? Kickstart your journey to success today. Call us to set up a free consultation and discover how BAM can help your business soar above the rest. 432-247-8840. Call today and get your business launched. Now back to the show.
And so you and I have a course coming up.
Yes. Very
right?
exciting.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So it's going to be in July. And we'll have more details kind of rolling out soon, but it's kind of just an overview of marketing in general, of branding, customer service, digital marketing, and we're here to empower you. So basically, if you don't know a lot of the terms that get thrown around, or you feel intimidated, or you just don't know certain things, like, we're here to teach you about those things, maybe give some insight into your business a little bit more. If you're already established, that's fine. It's open for anybody. If you have an idea, please come. But we'll be releasing more information about that soon, and we're working on graphics and all of that. But there's going to be lots of fun stuff, and we're very, very excited about it.
Yes, because what we talked about so far, it's engaging.
Yes.
Interactive.
Yes.
You know, it's getting you, and you're here in person. This isn't an online class, so you have to be here in person.
Yeah. And
there's only a certain number of seats available.
Yeah. We're going to be like 10, right? I think?
About 10.
Yeah. So it's super small, like nothing to be intimidated about. Very conversational, very interactive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that.
I'm excited.
Yes. So the entity that is bringing you this is a collaboration between BAM Consulting and Anzwers Marketing.
Yep.
So we're calling it, we're very, what do you call it? I'm missing the term here, but BAM Answers. Yep. Right. So BAM Answers can answer all your marketing questions.
Yep.
Right. We take care of you from the very beginning. Like, we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
Like, what are the core elements of marketing?
Yeah.
Like, what makes a good marketing campaign?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you need? What's the foundation that you need?
Yes.
Because somebody comes in and there's like, I want to spend $10,000 a month on marketing. First question is, well, do you have a website?
Yeah.
And if they say no, well, then I'm not going to let you throw $10,000 away.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
If you don't even have a website.
It's about being strategic, I think, and like you said, laying the foundation for your business and then continuing to build on that foundation. It's the same thing as like a house. Like, if your base marketing isn't set up correctly, like, you can't put walls up. So if your branding, your logo, your brand colors, your brand fonts, like your brand identity as a whole, who you are and who you serve is not outlined and set up perfectly, there's no sense in putting walls up because there's no foundation.
No foundation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So speaking of foundation, let's back up a little bit here. And who is Lauren Howard?
Okay.
Because we're collaborating.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
Yeah. So Anzwers Marketing was actually founded by my dad in 2007.
Great guy.
And my maiden name is Anz, A-N-Z, and it's Anzwers Marketing, spelled with a Z. Some people like to call it Anzwers. It's not Anzwers, it's Anzwers. It's just a little letter change in there for you.
Yeah.
But I really jumped in kind of 2 years ago, and he put it to the side. He'd gone to work for different companies in marketing and doing different things. And I was kind of in the field of looking for a new job, of shifting what I was doing, had done some marketing stuff, really was loving it, just really found a passion there. I have a creative background. I worked in visual merchandising, which is basically marketing. It's just in-store, in-person setups. So I already had that creative visual eye. And I called him up one day and I was like, hey, do you still want to do Anzwers Marketing? And he's like, yeah, I'm still doing stuff on the side. And I was like, great, you want to partner? And he said yes, because there's things that I bring to the table, like social media management, some website design, that he doesn't necessarily have as much experience with. And so I bring that to the kind of table. So my dad and I are business partners, which really throws a lot of people off. But we have a great relationship professionally, and just, he's my best friend, basically. Yeah. We're the same person.
Right.
And so that's kind of how we got into it. But we're really here to help small businesses. That's our passion. We're a small business. We love small businesses. Mm-hmm. We love local businesses. He's in Waco, so he runs the Waco branch, and I run the Midland branch of Anzwers Marketing. So that's kind of just like a little bit about our background. And then I started a second company because, how we do, and we can't just do one thing at a time.
No, you got to keep going.
Exactly. So that's Female Entrepreneurs of Midland. It's FEM, F-E-M for short. Really feminine, pink, purples, just bright and happy. But it's really to be a support system, a networking opportunity for women who own their own businesses in Midland and Odessa, and West Texas in general.
Yeah.
We're just based out of Midland. But just to bring resources, to bring connections, and just kind of push the competition to the side and just see, hey, there's enough success for all of us here, and we all bring something different to the table. So let's share this space, and let's just collaborate and work together and help Midland be more of a growing force that it is.
Because that's the vibe I get from just the branding of it, and when you talk about it, it is support.
Yes.
Right? It is, how can we come together on common ground,
yes,
and support each other? Because like you said, there's plenty here for everybody.
Yes. So it's supporting each other and then supporting the community as well, because we want to have events and give back to local nonprofits, because there's so many in the basin, and there's so much need here, and everybody sees it. And so not only do we want to support each other, but give back and build up the community to help maybe support other women who have had hard times, but then they have a vision and they want to help people. So then it's just like a domino effect.
Right.
Like, that's the goal.
I love it. Because as you know, you're part of a group that BAM is putting together of female entrepreneurs to put on entrepreneur events. Yeah. And the whole premise behind it is that the fact that when you invest in females, when you invest in women, you're going to get the highest return on that investment for the community. Yes. Because women are community minded. Yes. Right? Because if the community's safe, well, their kids are safe. Their family's safe. It is about security. Yeah. So the more we invest in that, the more our community can grow. Absolutely. And not just women, but they're growing everybody. And that's the innate part of that.
Yes.
Right? It's the nurturing part where they're just not selecting someone to nurture.
Yeah.
It's, hey, we're in this together. Let's grow this together. So kudos for putting that group together.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you and seeing how this grows.
Yeah.
And
launching September.
Launch in September.
Very exciting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I say hard launch. We're already on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a website. But we're having a launch party in September, and it's going to be really fun.
It's the party that's in September.
Yeah, it's the party. That's the fun stuff. And then meetings, we'll do monthly meetings. That starts in September as well. And all of the things I have to do to get ready for that, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. But it'll be really fun. I'm super excited about it.
Me too. So, you know, at the end of this podcast, if y'all want to get involved in that, we'll tell you just how to get a hold of Lauren.
Yeah.
And get involved.
Great.
Because that's the whole thing. That's what we're talking here today. Like, get involved.
Yes.
Local.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Keep it local.
Yes, 100%.
Why should we keep it local? What is that about? You know, because you talk to companies all the time. I run into them all the time here.
Yeah.
Hey, so who does your marketing? I don't know the name, but they're from Florida.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
So how does somebody in Florida know your backyard?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, so you're trusting somebody who's outside to tell you who you're going to market to inside your own backyard.
100%.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Which I think a lot of the struggle that people have, especially like local business owners, because I've heard this countless times talking to people. Oh, well, I had a bad experience. Okay, well, like, that's going to be any place, any city, like anybody, any company or type of company you're trying to look for, you're going to have a bad experience somewhere. It just happens. Yeah. Or I couldn't get anybody to call me back. And I hear that all the time. Yes. Nobody called me back. And there's like newer companies like you and me and a few others that I know of emerging in the market. And from my conversations I've had professionally, everybody's like, I will call you back. I promise. Like, I will call you back. And even if we like, it's not going to work, like I will still call you back because I feel like that's respectful.
Absolutely.
But there's so many new companies, that kind of newcomers kind of coming into the scene who want to work and they want to help local businesses because they are local or they live here, they are connected. I'm not technically local, I'm from Waco, but my husband grew up was born in Odessa, grew up in Odessa, now lives in Midland. So that's where we live. So he's from here. I have family out here. I've been coming here my whole life. So I'm not from here, but I'm familiar enough with the town. And I love Midland. I love the networking. I love the connection, the just welcoming that you get when you're here, when you really plug into the community. But it's just sad to see companies here outsource to companies in other places.
Right.
And there's so many companies, like I said, like you and me, who want to do the work.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We have the skill set.
Yes.
We have the expertise.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's a misconception.
Yes.
People think that because you're maybe a smaller company in Midland, like, oh, like, what do you have to offer? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, no, there's people here with amazing skill sets. There's people here with amazing resources who want to help you and want to help your business grow. And not only want to help your business grow, they understand your market. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Because you ask anybody, Midland, Odessa, West Texas, the market out here is not like anywhere else.
No.
It's very different. And you have to understand the mentality of the market, who lives here, to really be able to market your business. Because if you don't understand it, it's not going to be successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people want to trust, right? It's all built on trust.
Yes.
And if you don't have that trust, you know, then it's hard to convince or to lure in, right, your client. Yeah. You know, attract. That's a better word, attract.
Yeah, lure in. Yeah.
So we're going fishing every day, right?
Yeah.
No, but I think you're right. You know, a lot of that is because the culture is changing.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's something we talk about on this podcast all the time, you know.
Yes.
This used to be a place where it was always at least 10 years behind everywhere else. Yes. Right? But over these last 5-6 years, that's changing.
Yeah.
You know, the demographics of Midland is younger. I think Sammy still says we put it at 31.2 or something. Yeah. Compared to 32 or 33 in Denver, Austin, Dallas. Yeah. You know, all these big cities, Midland has a younger demographic. Yeah. So everything's are changing here. There's several breweries that are now in town. Yeah. The food truck scene is amazing here. Absolutely. There's been several food trucks to go from their food truck into a brick and mortar. Yeah. And not just get into a brick and mortar. I mean, they continue their success and growing their success. So the music scene is starting to pop up here.
Yeah.
You know, so how about the professional side?
I know, exactly. There's like this mentality, and everyone, you'll see it everywhere. You'll hear it everywhere. Oh yeah, like support local, shop local, shop local. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yes, shop local. I want you to do that. I'm a big proponent. Shop local. Yes. But don't just shop local. Like, eat local, support local. Like, that kind of goes into doing your business locally. Mm-hmm. Because like we were talking about, we understand the market, so we understand the local side of the business. But not just that, we're super connectors. Marketing people love to talk about their clients. They love to talk about what they're working on. So let's say you're an interior designer, you're my client, and I'm talking to somebody and they're just like, man, I need to redesign my office, or I need to redesign my house. And I'm like, great, I've got somebody just for you. Like, let me connect you. Yeah. Or you're an advertising company and you have advertising space and you want to fill the billboard slot. You want to fill that ad space. You come to us and go, oh my gosh, I have some clients. Let me talk to them and see. Like, we're always trying to network for you. So you have a team behind you. It's not just you having to network. It's us networking for you.
100%. And what you just said there, I didn't realize, because I've always been kind of the guy who's like, hey, I know a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, somebody comes, hey, I know somebody, or I know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in this, I'm like, no, I really know somebody, and I can I get you on them today.
Yeah, like I know somebody. I know of somebody, right. But I know somebody.
Right.
And like the people too in Dallas, Austin, Houston, Florida, wherever you're doing your marketing, if it's not local, what's their motivation to do that for you? Right. And not just that, how is that helping you? Because if they tell somebody else about in Dallas and you're a local store, you're a local, maybe they'll shop online. Mm-hmm. But I feel like your chances here, because I could go tell like 6 people about you, because I'll do that all day long. I don't I am a big proponent, not just helping your marketing. Like, I will sell you to other people.
Right.
And that's just, marketing people are like that. Mm-hmm. That's just who we are. But I'll go tell 6 and 7 people about what you're doing. And out of those 6 and 7, how many are going to like come into your business? How many are going to look into you? Especially if I'm sitting here saying, oh my gosh, yeah, like, you love my dress? Great. Like, I got this at Shop Fufu's in downtown Midland, Texas. Like, that's my girl. She's got good stuff. You like this? Go shop with her. Yeah. Because I will do that for you.
Absolutely.
And that's just a little plug for my friend. Hey, girl.
Awesome.
Because she's one of the best. But you know, like, I'll do that for you. But the people in Dallas, they won't do that for you, or if they do, how does that help you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just logistically impossible for them to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, unless they come down on a regular basis and, you know, just know the town, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Which is possible, but I mean,
not as likely.
Not likely.
Yeah.
Right. Because I mean, there's a lot of companies out there.
Yeah.
That, you know, especially Dallas. You talk about Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, right? Yeah. So you got all kinds of marketing companies out there.
Yeah.
And they specialize in their area, right? Their local area.
Yeah.
Which that's what marketing is, right?
Yeah.
It's about people.
Exactly.
It's all about people.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, across the 8 billion of us on this planet, we have some characteristics that we share for sure. But each region has its own culture. Yeah. Its own way of believing, its own way of thinking. Yeah. And then the more you filter that down to now where you're in a town of 140,000, well, even a town of 140,000 has different areas that think a little bit differently. They have different demographics, different age ranges, different professions,
100%,
different education levels, income levels across the board.
Yeah.
So there's diversity here.
Oh yeah.
Within the overall diversity, right? Yeah. So it really does take somebody local to understand that, right? Okay, so then for a small business owner, whatever their business is, you know, there has to be some core fundamental elements for a marketing perspective that they need to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what would those be as a marketer?
I mean, your first thing is your logo. Like, your logo is like branding, the most important. And I'm going to get in trouble for this. I already know people are going to have something to say. Please, please, please don't design your logo on Canva. That's like super controversial in the small business community. And I get it. It's either A, free, or 2, you're paying like what, $12.99 a month, I think, for Canva. Like, I get it. It's super affordable. However, I talked about this on a reel that we did, but like the Met Gala, 2 women showed up in the same dress in 2 different colors, styled a little differently, but that's what happens when you design your logo on Canva. Because like, so let's just say like 100,000 people own their own business in the same type of business you do, and they get on Canva to design their logo. I think there's like maybe 3,000 or plus Canva options. You start doing the math there, and then you start realizing how many other people have a logo that looks like yours. Then you get lost in the shuffle. Because your logo is not just something to slap on things. It's your brand identity. It's how people look and recognize. Think about all of the businesses that have logos that you can look at it and you go, I know exactly what that is.
Right.
And that's because of really strong branding. And here's the thing. You design your logo on Canva, you can't trademark that. There's no trademark abilities. And anybody who tells you differently, they're lying to you.
Interesting.
Because you can't, because it's
already on.
Because it's how the system is set up, because it's available for so many people, and because so many people can design their logo on Canva, there's no trademark abilities there. So somebody else can copy exactly what you have, and it doesn't matter. And there's no recourse there. You have no rights to that.
Right.
And so what happens down the road, you're like, oh, I need a new logo. Think about this. You have to reprint all of your business cards, make new signs if you have a physical business, update the logo on your website, change your shirts if you have shirts, change your bags. Like, start thinking about all of the things that your logo's on and how many places you're going to have to change it and how much money you're going to have to spend reprinting everything. Like, it seems like a big expense up front, but that's an investment into your business.
Yes.
It's showing people you care. So I might catch some flack for hating on Canva logos. I love Canva in general. Like, use Canva. Go forth and use Canva.
Canva's great.
Canva's great.
Right? Yeah.
Don't do your logo.
Not the logo.
Don't do your logo. That's just my one thing. If I ask anything of you, just that one thing.
Well, I think it's a valid point because it does show, okay, how much intention are you putting into this?
Exactly.
You know, do you want something just real quick?
Yeah.
So are you telling me that your business is just something that's just real quick and
yeah, exactly.
It's whatever.
Like an afterthought.
Right. Or are you know, because you are your business.
Yeah.
Especially as a one-man show, one-person show.
Yeah.
You know, you are your business. You're the face of your business. You're the owner, employee, the janitor.
Yeah.
Everything.
IT.
Yeah, IT. Yeah. Yeah. I've learned to be an IT person.
I know. Exactly.
But yeah, so when you have a blurry logo, pixelated pictures,
it kills me.
You know, or if you come tell me that, my website. Yeah, here's my Facebook link.
Yeah.
Here's my social media. No, website.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Social media is not a website.
Yeah. And It's like, it doesn't have to be ornate or super like fancy or sophisticated. It can be really simple.
Yeah.
But it's those little things showing I took time to care. I do care, but also like I took time to make this a priority. My dad loves to throw this saying around, and he gets on to me about it. He said, you've been spending too much time working in the business, not on the business. And I'm like, ooh, okay, throwing some shade, Dad, thanks. But he's right.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Even like in our own business, like I have not posted on social media like I need to. And it's just because I have clients and I put them first. But when it comes back, like down to it, our social media is a reflection of what we do and what we can do.
Right.
So like I need to put the time into that, which we just hired somebody, which is super helpful because then I can have them help me with that. But it's those things of working on your business and making sure that you're paying attention, because even if you're looking at it every day, if you like it and you think it's amazing, but your customers either don't know what you do based off your logo, or they look at your website and they're just like, oh, these pictures are blurry. Oh, there's a lot of dead space. This just doesn't look that good. Oh, this did not convert to mobile and is really complicated. Guess what? At that point, your opinion no longer matters, right? Because you're not the customer.
It's all from the perspective of your customer.
Exactly. And people don't like to hear that because you are your business. You take it very personally. Right. It's your identity. And I totally get that. Like, as a business owner, I fully understand that. It's easy to get offended, but if someone's giving you that advice, it's not because they're trying to offend you, they're trying to help you. Because from a customer's perspective, like, that's what you need to be thinking. And it's really hard to do that when you're in the business every single day.
Yeah, you get locked in.
Yeah, you put blinders on.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's a real reason why I made an intent to get out of my head, out of my box, out of the area, and go out of town to conferences to soak up new information, and to come back. And now I can look at my business as, oh, okay, maybe I should start looking at it this way.
Yeah.
Because when you take that, 50,000 foot view, you can see things a little bit more clearly. So for a business owner, you're in there, you're putting out your social media posts because you have to do it, right? Because you're struggling. Yeah. Well, one, you're just putting out what you see as you think you should be putting out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And you should really take any kind of criticism as constructive criticism. Yeah. From a customer, from anybody who says something, take it seriously. Look at it, right? Yeah. Entertain it. Doesn't mean you have to take it on, but entertain it.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And get expert help.
Yes. Yeah. Get advice. Like seek from other people, because like I said, some people can be rude. Don't listen to the rude people, but listen to people who are saying, hey, I'm trying to help you here. Yes. I want you to be successful. I'm not here to change what you're doing. I'm not here to change who you are and what your business is, but I'm here to make your business shine. I'm here, I always say, your business is like your baby. And that's where people take it very personally when you start talking about their logo looking bad, because
they're calling their baby ugly.
Exactly. We're not trying to call your baby ugly, I promise. But we're here to take your baby business that you have and help it grow into a fully functioning, amazing human. Mm-hmm. And to get there, any parent knows, I'm not a parent yet, but I have siblings, I have lots of friends who have kids. There are hard steps on the way. Mm-hmm. So when you're growing your business, you need to take those hard steps and see, okay, there's things that I maybe don't know, I need help with, to get it to the next level. And so we're not here to change your baby. We're not here to change fundamentally who you are and what you're doing. Little PSA, if you do work with a marketing company and they tell you to change what you're doing, change what your business is, or change who you are, maybe look elsewhere, because that's not what you're hiring marketing for. You're hiring marketing to help your vision be seen by other people and accepted and understood, but not change what you're doing. Right. Because that's kind of the fundamental of what your business is.
Right. Because at that point, I feel that they're trying to mold you into what they've done before, because that's comfortable for them.
And it's what they can show off doing, and not, hey, maybe I'm not the most familiar with that industry, but let me learn with you. Let me figure it out. Let me help you figure out how to help you. Exactly.
Because they're feeling out of their element. Yeah. Right. So why don't you change this? Why don't you do business this way?
Yeah, exactly.
But then you lose your uniqueness.
Your identity. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's I don't know everything about marketing, and I will never say that I do, because we don't know everything. Right. There's a lot of information, and it's changing every day. But I will always try my best. Absolutely. Always try my best to be the best for you, or figure it out, or find you somebody who can do it better.
Exactly.
Because I have no issue with that.
None at all. Right. No. And that's the focal point of BAM Answers.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It's because we're here to collab, because we can't do it all on our own.
Exactly.
Right. You need people.
Yeah.
You need your people to help you get through it.
Yeah.
To help other people. Right. So we're coming together so we can help entrepreneurs. Yeah. We're on that track earlier about the local, keep it local. Yeah. And one thing that we're both involved in that is brand new to the area, is very exciting. Yes. And it's part of that culture that's coming to Midland. It's that entrepreneur culture. Yeah. And it's happening at the only co-working space in town. Yeah. And has been here since the pandemic, since right before the pandemic.
Yeah. 2019, 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
So, they're still here and they're thriving. Yeah. Second story co-working space. Yeah. And what we have there is called Founders Blend. Yeah. And it's amazing already. We're on 2 deep.
Yeah. One more coming up.
Next week. Yeah. And it should be a lot of fun. Yeah. They're always fun. It's like 2 businesses every day, every month pitch. Yeah. And pitch is kind of an awkward word there, but it's a presentation of your business.
Yeah, exactly.
What value have you found in it?
It's great. I love Kelly and Brian. They are the managing partners of Second Story, and they're kind of the ones who started Founders Blend. And then MDC, Midland College, Odessa, UTPB, BAM, Anzwers Marketing, 40 Wolves, the Chamber. I'm trying to list MDC. Yeah, did I already say that? Everybody. if you're part of the growth here, like you're involved in Founders Blend for the most part, but it's been amazing. It's like two businesses really giving a backstory, and then you're able to ask questions, and it's entrepreneurs asking questions. So then it's learning from each other. And so it's less of like networking and more of like, hey, this is the journey or the struggle that I've had. And then you can ask a question and get an answer and hear back like other people have struggled with the same thing. So you kind of have that camaraderie of not feeling alone. But I already feel like I've connected with so many people. Absolutely. We've had 2 meetings, and I already feel like I have so many great connections from Founders Blend already. I mean, it's insane. I needed to set up a corporate bank account, and I met somebody at Frost, and she's super nice. We've had that great connection, and like there's people like that there too. There's other resources just conversations,
right?
But it's not like targeted as like networking. It just happens because we're all out here trying to hustle, so we network anywhere we go.
Anywhere you go,
yeah.
Right?
I always have a card. I get made fun of. My husband, he hates it. I gave out a card at his coworker's son's graduation party. And he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, they mentioned needing a website. I handed my card. I'm shameless. Like, but you have to be.
You have to.
You have to be.
Yeah. I think that's part of the spirit of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? You're always out there looking.
Yeah.
You want to leave the office and turn it off, but there's no turning.
No. Your brain is always turning.
Always going.
And you're always looking for a window of like, here's my card.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Because what did we say before? It's all about people.
Yeah.
And whenever you're around people, what you love to do comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's who you are.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're a woodworker, and you're out somewhere, and somebody brings up, oh yeah, I have this old chair, it's wood, and I'd like to get it refinished. With like, well, actually, I can do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 100%. But yeah, Founders Blend's been amazing. I mean, not only do you get to hear from these companies, but you just make really good connections, and it's free coffee and usually some snacks.
Free coffee. There's always a small businesses donating.
Yeah.
The coffee or the snacks or.
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Come on.
Yeah, free stuff is fun. So free coffee, and it's right now I think it's been like the second Wednesday of every month. I know that's going to shift a little in the fall just because the fall gets super busy.
Yeah.
So those dates will be posted, but it's foundersblend.com and super easy to find it. It's also on social media. There's Founders Blend and Founders Blend Midland. So the goal is eventually, hopefully, Founders Blend can grow to chapters in other cities, and expand, kind of like a 1 million cups kind of thing.
Right.
I think is kind of the goal. And so there's opportunity for expansion later, but you can follow either one of those. I think Founders Blend Midland posts more information about the Midland chapter meetings. Founders Blend right now is just posting about Midland being the first chapter.
Right.
But yeah, foundersblend.com. It's free, and you can just, it's 8 to 9. It's completely free. Show up, make some new friends, have some free coffee, maybe learn something.
Yeah, learn something about business owners, what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because when you get up there, they're telling you their story. They're presenting their story. Yeah. And hurdles that they had to overcome. Yeah. In their story. So, and they're up there because they're successful. Yeah. And they're trying. They're in the expansion mode. Yeah, and it's not a sales pitch. It's not a sales pitch. Which is nice. It's refreshing. It is bringing the entrepreneurs of Midland together. Yes. To help each other grow. Yes. And that's the point of this. So if you're a small business owner out there, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a business. Or you have an idea for a business. Go to foundersblend.com, sign up. Yeah. Because we're needing participants. We're needing people to show up and get excited about this. Yeah. It's a brand new thing. And if you don't know about it, well, find out about it, and show up. And that's really part of the exciting things that are happening here in Midland. Yeah. Because for entrepreneurs, we are one of the top spots in the nation. Yeah. It's a hot spot. That's what's crazy is people don't realize that. And then you start to tell people and you're like, what? There's so many entrepreneurs there? And you're like, yes, Midland is insane with the amount of entrepreneurs, and Odessa too. I mean, it's crazy. And there's so much growth happening and so many people recognizing either problems they can fix or things that we're lacking in the community, and they just want to contribute. Right. And which is incredible. And to see so many people doing that and being successful. So it's a great way to make connections, and also just find somebody, maybe like a mentor, get some free advice. Yes. Find somebody who can really kind of help you grow. And that's needed so much. Oh yeah. Right? Because no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, how many books you read, because I watched a lot of videos and I read a lot of books. Yep. But nothing beats that personal mentor.
Yeah.
Somebody who's already been there.
Yeah.
Or going through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Going through some aspects. So yeah, there's a lot to this.
Yeah. There's so many layers. There's so many like opportunities for entrepreneurs, but also for entrepreneurs to connect.
And doing it local is the best way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because where's your business at?
Yeah.
We're local.
Yeah. Because what's like something that everyone thinks about when you're a small business starting to grow, where are you making your first connections? Where are you making your first sales? It's people you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's those people who are going to support you, and then they're going to tell their friends, and then you're going to slowly start growing as somebody in the community. So having those connections, it's extremely important for people to support your vision. And hearing you talk about your vision, no one sells it better than you do.
Right.
Because you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. Like I could pay somebody to talk about FEM, I could pay someone to talk about Anzwers Marketing all day long, but they're not me. They don't know exactly all of like the feelings I have behind it. It's the emotion side of things.
Right.
And the connection.
Right. And sometimes it's difficult. So even a business owner will have that vision.
Yeah.
Just not really know how to communicate it.
Exactly.
And I think that's where a lot of the problem comes in.
Yeah.
That we were talking about before, about no website, blurry pictures, a logo that you can't trademark.
Yeah. And it seems like small stuff, like those things, like when someone thinks about it, they're like, oh, well, I have bigger things to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I understand that maybe that's not the thing that you think about first, but those are the things your customers are thinking about.
Yes.
Those are the things that they're looking at, and they're going, well, if you've got blurry pictures, that means that you didn't either take the time to check or you saw it and you just didn't care.
Didn't care about it.
And it's just like, but the thing is that's not true. You do care, but it's showing that you don't. And so that's what's hard. And then like you want to be the best for your customers. And so you really have to be attentive to the things that your customer is perceiving, because it's all about their perception. We've talked about that earlier.
So I feel the same way when somebody gives me a business card and I see at Gmail or, for God forbid, a Yahoo, right? Yeah. On the card.
At suddenlinked.net.
Yeah. So anything that's not your business domain. Yeah. It's telling me that you're not fully invested into your idea. Yeah. It's just a hobby. Is it still a hobby? You're still a hobby here?
Yeah.
And
it's so easy to set that up too.
Super easy and super cheap.
Yeah.
It's not expensive.
No, and a lot of people don't realize Google Workspace. Like you can do that through Google Workspace. You just have to own your domain and you just have to connect them, and then it's a Gmail account through Google Workspace, but it shows up at like all of our emails. It's Lauren@Anzwersmarketing.com. Right. It's still a Gmail, but
it's presented as. Yeah. So for business owners, it's like getting your LLC as one name. Yeah. And then your DBA, your assumed name, is what you present to to the world. Yeah. It's the same concept. Yeah, exactly. You have a professional looking name. Yeah. And it's just taking the extra 10 minutes to figure it out. And if you don't know how to figure it out, we will help you figure it out. We are here to help. That's what we do. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's just taking that extra step of making sure that your customers are understanding that you care and you care about them. Because if they feel cared about and if they feel like you're trusted and you're going to do the best you can for them, then they're going to work with you. And that's huge right there, what you just said. So when somebody gives me a card and it says at a Gmail or something, that trust is kind of wavy at that moment. Yeah. I don't know how much longer you're going to be around. Yeah, exactly. Well, think about it. Like, I think a lot of people get stuck in their own head with their own business. Like I said, put blinders on. But think about it when you're looking at any other business page, like anybody else's business, not just yours. Like, think about that. How you feel interacting with those things that we're talking about. And you're going to go, ooh, I don't feel that great about it. And then you start to realize that you've got some of those same things that come up and you're just like, oh, like stock images on social media and on your website. And I know there's some good ones. Like, I get it. Yeah. Because sometimes you just need it. But try really hard not to use stock images, because it comes across the same way, especially on your social media. I mean, people still have this perception that your social media needs to be like perfect. And you're like, well, nobody wants to see this like stupid little thing I'm doing. Nobody wants to see the behind the scenes messy stuff. Nobody like, oh, that piece of advice is so trivial. Like, everybody knows that. Well, here's the thing. Everybody in your industry may know that, but your customers may not know that. Right. And like,
it may seem trivial, but people like to see you're a person. People like to see you're a real human, you're genuine, you've got problems like everybody else. Nobody wants to see perfect.
Right.
Like, think about influencers that pretend they have it all together. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Because then you feel bad about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to do that. We're here to be authentic and say, hey, guess what? I'm a person. I make mistakes. Life is hard. Like, I get it.
Mm-hmm. And
we're just all trying our best.
It's the human element.
Yeah.
You know, and your dad talks about this a lot.
Yeah, he hates social media.
But, you know, it is all about the human.
Yeah.
Where's the humanness in this?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the connection?
Yeah. So you layer a strong connection, and this is where marketing comes into play. Your layers, the foundation of your house. So let's say, like, you have a strong logo, you have brand colors, you have a strong brand identity, you have your social media that shows the humanality, that you're a person, who you are, what you're doing, what you're passionate about, what you're good at. And then you take all of those things, you hand somebody a business card, and that card has a strong branding presence with not a Gmail email, with a website, not a Facebook page. All of those things are layered together for someone to go, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
Like, there's authority there. Authority is a big word thrown around in SEO. Authority scores, it's a big deal. So that's saying, I have authority. I care about my business. Yes. I care about you. Here's what I do. Here's how I can help.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You're not going to be for everybody, but the people you are for are going to take you seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And with that authority,
yes,
that builds trust.
Yes.
Right. That conveys, okay, you actually put some thought and intention.
You cared. Yeah.
Into putting what you love as your passion, because this is your business.
Yeah.
You cared about how you put it together and then how it's presented out.
Yeah. And I get it. Like, marketing's scary. There's so many components to marketing, but that's why you find somebody that you, first of all, jive well with, that, like, personalities you feel you get along with. So first you find somebody like that, and then somebody who you can trust, who you are confident that they're going to represent your brand well and your business well. And you get them to help you do all of the crazy things that are really hard and scary that you may not fully understand.
Right.
Or
have time for.
Exactly. Because, like, let's be honest, like you said, we're all small business owners. We have a lot going on.
Yeah.
We take on a lot, and we are everything to everybody all the time. And you don't step out of that role because it's your business.
Right.
And so passing on the stress of something that you may not fully understand or have time to deal with takes a lot of the weight off. Then you just show up to meetings and agree with things and just call it good.
Yeah. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Those are my favorite. But, like, that's the thing is with your websites and stuff, like, presented a website the other day and the client almost cried because she was so overwhelmed with how great it looked and the vision that I had for her business. And that's not to brag and just be like, I'm so amazing. But
it matched her vision.
But it matched her vision.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is it wasn't my vision. It was hearing her story, hearing her passion, hearing what she cared about.
Asking the right questions.
Yes, asking the right questions, and then putting it together in a way that she couldn't even think about. She couldn't even fathom, just because website building is not what she does.
Right.
But that's not what she needs to be doing.
She doesn't need to be,
She doesn't need to spend her time stressing about it
and
worried about how it looks and all these things. Like, she handed it off to us, and we helped create her vision.
Right.
And that's the goal. Is, like, if I can get emotion out of you because I created something for you, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
Because and that's the thing is, like, I really care. I do. I really care.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, and that's why I love partnering with you, right? Because you do have that passion for helping people.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just breaks my heart to see people work with other people who don't have their best interest.
Right.
And just seeing things like broken links on websites or, like, that's kind of my number one that absolutely drives me crazy. But it's just like those little things of, like, I'm going to make sure it's working for you. And if something's not working, like, I'm happy to fix it because I want to make sure, like I said, you're showing up the best for you.
So we have a saying here that at BAM that's trademark. Trademark. It's our value is your success.
Yeah.
Right. So we only have value when the people that we help are successful.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so if we provide value and they're now able to provide value to their clients and customers.
Yes.
Right. Well, then that's a win-win.
Yeah.
Now, when we're talking about marketing, well, how do our clients convey their success and what they can provide value to their customers?
Exactly.
Right. And if you have good branding and marketing, you're conveying that message well.
Yeah.
to the customers who are your customers,
Yeah.
your target.
100%.
To whereas that's why we say keep it local.
Yeah.
Because we know the people. We know your people.
Exactly.
We can identify them, we can target them.
Yeah.
And it's a very I don't want to say easy. This is not it because marketing is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. No. But it is an element that we are familiar with.
Yes.
And we know how to navigate the waters.
Yes.
And because we're in our certain ocean, part of the ocean here, that we're able to better help your business here locally. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. And I think it's all about empowerment and empowering business owners to understand what's going on, which is kind of what our class is all about. Mm-hmm. That it's about empowerment. Like, we don't want to just talk at you and throw big words your way and expect you to understand what we're saying. Like, we want to explain terms to you. So maybe if you're in a marketing meeting down the road and you wouldn't understand what they were talking about, like throwing out like, oh, geofencing and SEO and all these things, like marketing terms that we love to throw around. Marketing is big on acronyms.
Yeah.
And it absolutely frustrates me because sometimes they'll use them and I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, like, what is that? But they love to do that. And then you're sitting there and you don't want to ask, well, what does that mean? Because then you're embarrassed. Mm-hmm. You feel like you should know as a business owner. But marketing is not what you're doing. You don't run a marketing company.
Right.
Like, you run your business. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't have to know that. They should be explaining that to you. But we want to empower you to understand what's happening so that you can, advocate for you in your business and kind of push back when people are suggesting things that maybe you don't agree with, but you wouldn't have known that. Or that you can say, this is what I want. Like, I know what I need. Like, I know what I want now. And then you can work together to create that vision.
100%. Yeah. That's what they say, because knowledge is power.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Knowledge is power. Like, advocating for your health. You're never going to just go in and just blindly agree to things. You're going to have some questions because your health is serious. Your business is serious.
Yes.
Don't just hand over the reins fully to somebody else and say, oh, yeah, okay, when you don't really understand what's going on. Like, you need to understand.
You need to understand.
But you don't need to do it. We'll do it. You just need to understand.
It's like accounting.
Yes.
And bookkeeping, right?
Yes.
You need to know how to read your P&L. You need to know how to read your balance sheet and what that looks like.
Yeah.
You need to know all the ins and outs of that.
Yeah.
But you don't need to be the one that sits down and puts it together.
No.
You hire a bookkeeper.
Yeah. But and that's the thing is you need to know what's going on, because what happens if you don't and you give all your books to somebody else and then all of a sudden the IRS comes knocking and there's some money missing.
Right.
And it's because you just handed it to somebody. Like, you need to understand enough to have the control, but not so much that you're having to do it all the time. Yes. Because it's a lot. I mean, it's so much.
And I think that ties in the control aspect.
Yeah.
I know that it's very difficult
yes.
for an entrepreneur to let go of that control.
Yes.
I get it.
Because that's probably why you started the business, because you were in a situation where you saw that there was change that needed to happen.
100%.
So then you want to make change or solve a problem. So that's hard for you to relinquish.
So you go out on your own.
Exactly.
And it's your own thing.
Exactly.
And it is your own thing.
Exactly.
But on some things, because we're not all experts at everything, you have to relinquish that control.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
But maybe 90.
Yeah. 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 Like, you can just a little half step back. Baby steps is fine. But yeah. But I mean, I would never touch our accounting because, one, I hate math and that's not how my brain works. But I know enough about what's going on, but our accountant handles it. And I ask her questions and I trust her enough to know that she has my best interest. Right. And I think that's what matters, is finding somebody that has your best interest and your business's best interest at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it kind of comes back down to. And not just going with somebody because they're a bigger company, but finding somebody who actually cares about you and what you're doing. Because it's so much easier for me to market somebody if I can feel their enthusiasm or I'm enthusiastic about what they're doing. Right. Especially causes I'm passionate about. It's so much easier because I can get behind it. I see where you're going and I'm on board. I'm let's go.
Right.
I'll help you drive this train.
100%.
Yeah.
You have to know what the message is.
Yeah.
And where the message is coming from.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So I can relate to that because I also write business plans.
Yeah.
And so if somebody comes to me, says, I need a business plan for such and such.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me have this list of questions. I'm gonna need a lot of information from you. Well, why am I coming to you then? Well, if you just wanted me to write a generic business plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that, but it's going to have no personality.
Yep.
It's not going to have anything unique to what you want to see. What's your vision for this particular business?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can create a generic business plan, throw it out there, and you can, but who's going to read it that's going to see anything into this? Oh, that's been done a billion times before. There's nothing unique about this.
Exactly.
So you just basically wasted your money to pay me to write you a generic business plan.
Yeah.
So I need to get to know you.
Exactly.
Where did this idea come from?
Yeah.
What qualifies you to operate this business so that it's going to be successful?
Yeah.
Because if I'm sure everybody here has watched Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Well, what do they invest in most?
Mm-hmm.
The person.
Yes.
The story.
Yes.
Can this person make this happen like they say they can?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I don't think that's going to happen. This business model they have, it's a little shaky. They're going to have to change some things up, but they're the person who's going to be able to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
They just need these few elements.
Yeah, it's like your logo. I mean, I can create a monogram logo. That's super popular right now. Okay, great. Does your monogram and your logo tell me what you do or who you are at all? If that's just stamped somewhere alone, do I understand what it is that you do?
Right.
And it's just I get it. It looks really sleek and it's awesome. Your business name's underneath it. Well, what if your business name's not underneath it? Okay, great. RL. Okay, what do you do? I don't know. And so I need to know your personality too when I'm designing your logo because I want it to speak to what you do. And sometimes your business name is included in your logo. So then it's that helps. But you want it to have some personality. You want it to be funky.
Yeah.
Have something. I mean, be clever with it. Be kind of punny. People are well, I don't want to be cheesy. People love it. They eat it up. They absolutely love it. Our business name, Anzwers Marketing. My maiden name, ANZ. Answers. And then when people realize it and it's a light bulb 6 months after I've met them and they know my business and everything, they're just wait, that was your maiden name and it's Answers with a Z? Oh my gosh, I get it. That's amazing. It's just okay, well, I'm glad you finally got it. But people love that cheesy, punny little thing. And I'm not saying make it super cheesy or at all, but be creative with it. Have fun. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Have fun with it.
That's your place for your creativity to run and stuff. And it's don't just do a monogram. I said, it's just, and too, the same way interior design, fashion, food trends, even logos have trends. There are design trends in logos. Yeah. So you can look at a logo from the 80s and you can be ooh, that is from 1985. I can see it. Yeah. And so same way, there's trend, logo trends, the monoline and the monogram. Those are big right now.
Yeah.
Well, think about 5-10 years down the road. How's your logo going to look then? Is that going to be out? So same thing. We're if you wouldn't follow a fashion trend because you don't want to invest in that piece of clothing, don't invest in your logo in something that's just super trendy, just to be trendy. Yeah. Right. Invest in something that's going to have a strong presence for a long time. Because you may have to rebrand in 20 years. You may not have to.
For sure. There's a lot of the large corporations, they're constantly updating their logo.
Yeah.
It has some of the elements from before, but it's modern. Basically, they're modernizing it.
I mean, we did it. My dad, started the business in 2007, and the logo was a little outdated. And so I looked at it, I was like, can we update the logo? Is that okay? And he said, yeah, that's fine. What do you have? So I updated our logo and just freshened it up a little bit. It's super simple, really straightforward. Our name's kind of punny, so I was I don't feel we need a lot of extra in there.
Right.
But I updated it. The colors, all the same. It's Anzwers Marketing blue, really close to what I'm wearing today. May have done that on purpose.
May or may not.
Branding. But it's Anzwers Marketing blue. It's the same blue. We have supplemental blues that go in there. But there's certain things in the logo that carry over so that you don't lose your full identity. But the font's a little fresher. Just has a little fresher layout, just kind of a little bit of an update.
Keep it nice and light and fun.
Yeah.
And fresh.
Exactly.
It gets the point across of who you are.
Exactly. And it's just, it was made in 2007.
And I love that you just brought up because you're wearing a blue shirt.
Yep.
Right? Well, same thing.
Yep.
I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, what am I going to wear? And I started to go for a red one.
Yeah.
Because, red pops, it goes. So I was like, wait. We're doing BAM Answers podcast.
Yep.
No. Got to wear BAM blue.
And you've got blue in your logo, and you have the bright blue that I'm wearing in your logo as well on your shirt. And so, did we do that on purpose? No, but it's really helpful.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It just it's a synchronicity.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the mentality of waking up, what am I doing today?
Yeah.
Right. And then making a decision based on that.
Yeah.
For branding.
Yes. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm going to be on this podcast talking about my company. Okay. I want to be in our company blue or a very close color.
Right.
And so it's like, that seems trivial, but it's a conscious effort because you are your brand. Just like you said,
exactly.
You are your brand.
That's where I was going with this.
You can't get away from that. And anyone who tells you you can, that's not true.
No.
Unless you grow it to where it's like a corporation, which amazing. Like, so happy for you. That's awesome. Until you get to that point. But even then, you will always be known as the founder, as the owner, whoever started it. You always will be known that way.
Right. Like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Eternally.
Exactly.
Recipe Steve. But eternally it's going to be known as Apple.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So there's certain things like you will never be able to step away from, but you don't have to be in it every single day. Right. But that's growth. That's way down the line for us small business owners. But I mean, keep the path open. But you got to think big. Absolutely. I always tell people this, like, you have to think like your business is going to be the most successful thing. I actually heard this on a podcast. So I can't take credit for this, but the most successful thing in the whole universe. Like, you have to think, okay, I'm going to have like 1 million customers and we're going to make all this money and it's going to be this huge company and we're going to be in like 15 cities and it's going to be international. Because when you start thinking that way, you start planning for that. Yes. So when you plan for that, you're prepared for that. Because if you keep it in your mind of like, well, it's a small business and it's just going to stay here in Midland and we're going to do this. Okay, let's say you explode. Let's say you make some sort of food or something like that. That's what you do. You've got a food industry, something. And then all of a sudden, and you sell those things online and it's something you can ship because you can ship food now. Let's just say that happens. And then all of a sudden you are viral all across the United States, but you have not prepared for it. You're going to be so overwhelmed and it's going to be hard for you to fulfill the demand for your product. Right. So you have to plan, I mean, for that. Like, you really think that Curbside Bistro started Curbside Bistro thinking, like, I'm going to be on Chopped one day? Right. No, but he probably did think about, this is where I want to be. I want to be successful. I want to help people. This is my end goal. I want to touch lives. Yeah. And Chopped just was intrinsic from his success. Right. But he planned to go there, to be successful, to help people. And look what happened. Right. So, like, you never know where it can take you, but you have to be prepared. Right. Mentally. It's going to go there. You have to have that vision. Yeah. Right. Where do you want to be? Because what's stopping it from going there? Like, what is? So, like, I think we can compare, like when you have an animal that's in a cage. Yeah. Well, they're only going to grow to the size of their environment. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So in this case, environment is your vision. Yeah. Like, where do you see how much can you expand your mental capacity to see your vision of where you want to get to? Yeah. And if your vision is just small in here, well, you're not. It's going to be a stroke of luck if you get out of that. Yeah. So if you put it out there, what do they say? Shoot for the stars, you may hit the moon, or something like that. Oh yeah, like shoot for the moon, you may still land amongst the stars. I think something like that. I think. Yeah. Yeah. But the point is that, hey, you shoot out there. Yeah. You have this grand vision. Oh, life is crazy. Yeah. All kinds of things can happen. But if you leave the doors open. Yeah. And that's what you want to grow, then your business can know no bounds. Yeah. And I think it's like keeping that in mind, but still focusing on like who you are. So, and keeping all of the things in line, but seeing the potential of where you can go, but keep all of your branding and your consistency in line to get there. So like TikTok, Instagram Reels, there's all these trends, right? Okay. So like you sell home decor. Are you going to go do the dancing TikToks and Instagram things just to dance? No, because that has no relevance to what you're doing at all. So it's like, don't just do anything to try to get there. Like, be strategic. Like, if there's a trending one and it has something to do with what you do, great. Jump on that train all day long. Right. Like, do that. But don't just dance on social media to dance on social media. Yeah. Like, and let's be honest, if you're selling those things or you're running a different kind of business and you're just dancing to dance, probably no one wants to see you dancing anyways. They don't want to see me dancing. I know that's for sure. That is not my calling. That's why I'm in marketing and I'm not a dance teacher. So everything we're talking about here, Yeah.
we're going to address in our course coming up.
Yeah.
July 22nd.
I'm so excited for that.
That's going to be an awesome day.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to have 3 series in one day.
Yeah.
In person, live presentation, and we're going to go over the ins and outs of marketing.
Yeah.
You know, what can you as a small business owner, how can you change up your marketing, the way you think about marketing?
Yeah.
You know, tools, tactics, strategies, mindset about marketing.
Yeah.
You know, like you were saying earlier, say you go to talking to some marketers and they're throwing these big terms around. You don't know what they're saying. Well, here we're going to educate you on all those big terms.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you what it is, explain to you how it works.
Yeah.
You know, how do you utilize that for your business?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, how do you get in front of your customers using these tools?
Yeah.
You know,
or how to identify your customers, because maybe you've never thought about that, because what it comes down to, it's not what you're selling, it's who you're selling it to. And so it's about your customer. So maybe you just have never thought about it that way, which I understand, like, that's how we are wired to think because we're in marketing. Like, that's what we do every single day. So it's thinking about it from that perspective, because it can be hard to get there, because you have to fully shift your brain outside of your business. You have to take your blinders off.
Right, because a lot of business owners, they're like, okay, well, who's your customer? Oh, man, everybody's my customer. Well, I understand that there's the potential for everybody to, at one point, maybe be your customer. Yeah. But who's your customer?
Yeah, there's outliers. Like, you're going to have some random people who do business with you who aren't your target. Right. But your target is a whole different story. But we'll get all into that in the class, like how to figure that out, all those things. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be fun. There's going to be maybe some free stuff.
Maybe, yeah. There's going to be some lunch. We're going to have a break in the middle, a networking lunch. Yeah. So there's only 10 spots. Yeah. Information will be out soon on how to register, how to sign up.
We'll have that on both our social medias. And then one of our websites.
One of the websites will hold it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure out all those details for you.
Because we're definitely going to talk about websites.
Oh, yeah. Websites, digital marketing.
Customer service.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. And brand development.
Yeah. Brand development's a scary term to just throw around, and people are like, what all goes into that? Lots of things, but we'll talk about all of those things.
And how they connect. Yeah. And how they work together. Yeah. And how, like, you mentioned earlier about having the authority of having everything together. Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to be talking to you about. Yeah. How to bring it all together.
Yeah. How to bring it together, how to create that package, that foundation for your business, and how to be able to say, okay, like, great, here's where I'm starting. And then now it's easier for you to sell your business because it's all set up and ready to go for you.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. I think we're going to, everybody who attends, I think is going to get a lot out of it.
That's the goal. I mean, that's the end goal, is we really want to empower people and make them understand maybe a little bit more about their company, about their brand, about their marketing. Yeah. And then give them that empowerment to find somebody who can help them do their marketing. And that works best for them.
Absolutely. You know, so if it works best for them, now I know what to do every day and to post. And, you know, or it's like, I understand that I need to outsource this. Yeah. You know, because the way I'm doing it now, it's not working.
Yeah. There's strategy in everything.
Everything.
Yeah. And sometimes the strategy is finding somebody else to execute said strategy or help you come up with the strategy.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, man, I've loved it. Great conversation, Lauren. Do you have anything else to
I don't think so. People? I mean, if you're looking for marketing help, I know BAM and Anzwers Marketing, we're always open to talk to you. We'll do a free consultation if you mentioned you heard us on the podcast. So listen and tell your friends to listen, especially other business owners. So Anzwersmarketing.com, that's where you can find us and reach out. We are happy to talk about your marketing and any help you may need. And I know BAM's the same way. Forgive me for not knowing your URL off the top of my head.
It's bamconsulting.com.
Yeah, it's saved in my browser.
BamBizHub.com. Yeah. You know, and so if your social media is the same, Anzwers Marketing.
Yeah, Anzwers Marketing. At Anzwers Marketing, Facebook and Instagram. It may be not the most in content because, like I said, I haven't had the most time. But now I have somebody who can help me, which is going to be great. Yes. But yeah, just hit us up on social media. You can send us a message. You can reach out that way. Email us. You can email hello@anzwersmarketing.com. Again, that's ANZWERS.
There you go.
Marketing.com. No.
Yeah, make sure and tell us that you heard about this on the podcast and ask us about all the cool things that we have coming up. So just a quick recap. Founders Blend.
Yeah, foundersblend.com. Second Wednesday of the month.
Second
8
Wednesday.
to 9.
But it's definitely something that's here in the Midland area.
Yes.
And it's available. It's free.
Yep.
It's a great networking opportunity. It's in the morning, 8 to 9.
Yep.
Free
coffee.
Free coffee and free snacks, bagels.
Yeah, there's been bagels,
donuts,
biscotti.
Yeah,
lots of stuff.
It's definitely something to at least check out.
Yeah, and if you're interested in joining Female Entrepreneurs of Midland or being invited to our launch party,
yes,
you can sign up for emails at supportfem.com. So support FEM, which is Female Entrepreneurs of Midland.
Awesome.
The of gets dropped, so there's no O in there. Or you can just check us out on social media at support.fem, because fem was taken. Bummer. It's three-letter accounts usually get taken pretty fast.
Real quick.
But yeah, just check us out there. It's going to be really exciting. Super pumped for our launch.
Yes.
Angel from BAM is going to be at our launch party.
Absolutely.
It's not just for females. Our launch party is also for community partners and people who just support the vision. So good networking opportunity, some free stuff.
Gotta love free stuff.
I know, free stuff. That's how you reel people in. Free stuff.
Got free stuff. What is it? Does it matter? It's free. Come on.
Take the free stuff. So yeah, just check us out there. Check us out at Anzwers Marketing, our website, social media. Check out BAM Consulting, Founders Blend. There's so much going on in Midland. I mean, I think people are going to be blown away by the amount of stuff that's starting to happen.
I think so too. There's lots of development. Things are growing. We're growing. Midland's growing. The whole community is growing. Loving the culture that is bubbling up here.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. And don't forget, July 22nd.
Yep.
Marketing course.
Yeah.
BAM Answers right here at the BAM house.
10 spots only. Only 10 spots.
Only. So there's a limited number, and keep an eye out for that. So we'll be putting that out for you to be able to register.
Yeah.
With some more information. Call us with some more information.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It was wonderful having you on.